Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a Jumbo Cactuar brew. This one built around the Smuggler Surprise, trying to sneak in Jumbo Cactuar and the Arbalest Engineer, which has the mode of being able to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and give it trample and haste. So you can see with Jumbo Cactuar, giving it trample and haste is the name of the game. Essentially, this can attack for 10,000 damage, but doesn't have any evasion or any haste, and this kind of solves that problem. So you could hardcast the Cactuar and then play this the next turn. Essentially, we're trying to do Smuggler Surprise, mostly for this middle mode of Spree for a total of 6 mana to put 2 creatures from your hand onto the battlefield directly. And so we got the Engineers and the Cactuar, but also the Surrak and Goreclaw as a one-of here. This is 6 mana for a human bear, 6/5. It has trample and it gives other creatures you control trample, and then whenever a non-token creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it and it gains haste. So all the things you want, trample and haste on our Cactuar. So you could basically curve this into this or put them both into play with Smuggler Surprise. This is essentially, you might put it on the curve here. The other reason to play the Surrak and Goreclaw is because we're playing Fierce Empath, which lets us search our library for any creature card with mana value 6 or greater. And we've got the Goreclaw and the Jumbo Cactuar. So this kind of gives us 7 copies of Jumbo Cactuar, and then 4 kind of copies of Surrak, or if we have the Engineers, we're just kind of holding this in our hand, waiting for our Smuggler Surprise. Now, you might say, well, it's kind of inconsistent because you only have 4 of these, and that's true. However, I'm playing Micromancer, splashing blue just for Micromancer, which is a 4 mana 3/3, and when it enters, you can search your library for an instant or sorcery with mana value 1 and put it into your hand. And Smuggler Surprise happens to have a mana value 1, that's kind of why it was down here. So you can use this. So essentially we have 8 copies of Smuggler Surprise that you can find with Micromancer. And you can also, I put one of a Bushwhack in here as well as sort of a tutor target for this. Could be a removal spell with fighting. Could also help you find a land if you need it. A land to curve out. So that's basically the plan here. To put Jumbo Cactuar, give it trample and haste with Surrak and Goreclaw. The rest of it is just mana acceleration. Got some Irencrags on 2. The Zealot is nice. It can, being a 0/4, can block some of the creatures in the format, which is useful. Glimpse the Core is a nice accelerator here, just getting you an extra land into play. And then, of course, Llanowar Elves is just a really solid 1-drop that can give you additional mana. And then mana base, kind of a light splash for both of these. The Bivouac is nice because it has all the colors, and then a couple pain lands and some verges here, a lot of forests and island, which you can also find with the Bushwhack, or if something like destroys a non-basic. We're a little less on the red because you kind of want to hold this in your hand until you have the surprise and the Cactuar, but if you draw multiples of them, you can hardcast it and use its other modes of doing a damage or just making a 3/3 blocker, 3/3 attacker. The Power Stone doesn't do much, unfortunately, but yeah, that is basically the deck. Let's jump into some games and see it in action. Okay, on the play, this hand looks pretty good. Got a lot of mana acceleration, and we need to find our Jumbo Cactuar and something to give it haste. But if we do that, let's see. Let's play. Actually, we could do both of these, couldn't we? We can go Irencrag into Glimpse the Core, so let's do that. Pretty good start here. And this you can. Ooh, okay. There's Fierce Empath. Let's play that out. And take action. Our Jumbo. We can actually just sneak it in like end of turn, potentially. We could also hard cast it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's Overlord. Let's see if we get lucky and draw something here. Whoop, whoop, another Smuggler surprise. Okay, well, interesting. 4, so we have 5 mana, 7 mana available. We could play this out. We could just use this to look for cards. Or we could try to do it, put this into play end of turn. And to do both with this is 7, 8 mana we don't have. Huh, okay. Let's just cast it and do that. Ooh, okay, so we found the engineers and maybe just get another land. 1, 2, 3. Let's get another jumbo. We've got 6 available mana here, so that's okay. Let's attack. And now end turn. So we'll see what they got. They don't know I have another Smuggler surprise. End of turn, they can get back the Summon Titan, but that's not going to do it. I am going to attack for a lot of damage. Alright, my turn. And here we go. Jumbo. Put 2 into play. Auto pay. And these 2 are my choices, and I choose +1/+1, trample, and haste here. Alright. And that's a lot of needles. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Got there. On to the next one. Okay, going first. I think it's a little awkward, but we'll try it. Just because of the mana, but it's fine. Got the tap land on 1, and then we'll go Zealot here. Ooh, so we got this. We just need to find a Smuggler surprise. Okay. See if they have a removal spell. Yep. Alright, down it goes. Ooh. Now we just need mana. So we shall see. We could use this just to play it out. Okay. Well, a little awkward. There's nothing we can really get with the Empath that's a mana source. So just play out what we got and pass. Oh, I did draw the Micromancer, so we could actually use this to just find lands and then use this to find another Smuggler surprise. Got the wizards going on over there. Attack for 2. I will block. Okay. Well, there's some mana. Let's see. So my plan of finding a land and then Micromancer, so this is 4 mana. Need to get to 6. Let's see. If I use this, I don't know. Maybe just play this. Hope to draw a land next turn. This will thin the deck out a little bit, at least. Let's take a Surrak. One has to be a little suspicious of what's going on. Again, if I miss on lands, I can still play the Smuggler Surprise. Or I could just play the Micromancer. I don't know. I can also now play this to do a damage to something. Ooh. Adaptive Automation. Nice. Swing for 3. Swing with everything. Yeah, I'll just jump here. And down to 17. Oop, there's the land. Alright. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So, 6 mana. Tap everything. Put in these 2. And decline. And yep. Trample, haste, 10,000 needles. Sweet, sweet. Alright, GG. Okay, on the play, this hand looks pretty good. I guess. It's okay. Got the Micromancer, got the Irencrag. Ooh, Millennium Calendar. That's exciting. Go Glimpse, I think. And get our forest going. Let's see if we can get our Micromancer here. Millennium Calendar ticks up. Okay. So let's cast Micromancer. Take action. Get our Smuggler Surprise. Okay. What does this do? Exile it. Destroy each permanent. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So we can go Irencrag plus Empath. And take action, find Surrak. Swing. And pass. So we need 1 more mana, and then we can get them. And Solemn, okay. Land off the top. One-time dealer. Alright. We did it. Smuggler Surprise. Put 2 things into play. Boom, boom. And yeah. Very nice. 10,000 needles. Oh man. Never gets tired of attacking with Jumbo Cactuar with Trample and Haste. Never gets tired. Alright, GG. Okay, on the play, this hand is kind of funny. I guess we'll try it. We can use these to just as blockers or do damage or something. And we need to find a Smuggler Surprise. Ooh, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, now we need to get to 6 mana. So yeah, we'll see what they do here. Let's see, they go Manifold Mouse. Shoot. That is unfortunate. Yep. Okay. So take the hit. And my turn. Okay, well. That can get a piece of the puzzle, but this I think is a better blocker. It's too bad they pumped up the Manifold Mouse, otherwise we could have done a damage to it. And the Power Stone token doesn't do anything, so we'll just make a 3/3 here. I can hopefully trade with one of their guys. Obviously not that guy, but Yikes. They're swinging with both. So we'll block there and get monstrous raged to death for sure. Alright. GG. Good old monstrous rage. Okay, on the play. This hand looks okay. Give it a try. We need to find a Smuggler surprise. But if we do, we are good to go here. It is possible to just hard cast this Cactuar and then play this afterwards. That's fine too, potentially. But let's go ramping here into forest. Now, do we play this? Is the question. Opponent is the Beanstalk, okay. There's the Smugglers, okay, very nice. Need another land, but we'll just run this out there. Pump this up and swing. So we'll get close. We need one more mana source, and then should have a win here. Overlord, yep. Okay. See what they do. Discard. Okay, there's a land. So not bad. Guarantees our land next turn. And just pass. So hopefully they will tap out for something. And we can just win. They've got one creature in the graveyard. Using the Fable Passage, okay. Playing an Overlord, sure. Drawing a card. What else? Do they have a Town Breeder here? Okay. Filling up the graveyard. Return a creature. Okay. And then Diamond Weapon, sure. Well, that's not going to save them. So, yep, should be game here. Any amount of blockers does not matter. Guess they have to discard. But, yeah. The old Smuggler surprise. Cactuar. Engineers, of course. And auto pay. Put these two in. Ba-dum. And haste and trample. GG. 10,000. 10,001 needles. Because of the +1/+1 counter. Very nice. Good game. Okay. I have to assign this 8 damage. And oh my. Is it making me assign the damage? No way. Okay, wait. Can you just type it in? Can't type it? Can you type? You can only use this little arrow? Oh no. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, I think I broke Arena. Okay, you can assign more there, but this is... Is it because of the... Why is it making me do this? Is it because of the immune ability? So I'm literally have to click this 10,000 times? Alright, I'm gonna try. This is funny. Because it won't let me click done. It must make you assign all the damage to something. So what happens? Will the timer just start going? Hopefully they concede, but yeah, the timer is going. So what happens when I run out of time? Because there's no way I'm going to click enough to be able to... You can't like hold down on the button. You can't like just like type in a number here either. It won't let me. Oh my god. Arena! Why? I'm gonna do this much damage. What happens if I time out though? I guess we'll find out. Do more to this. That doesn't really change anything. Yeah, you can't type a number there. Oh man, Cactuar. I haven't seen that. Maybe it is because of the immune ability that was making me do this. Okay. There we go. That was interesting. Okay. Never seen that before. Alright, GG. Okay, on the play. This hand looks fine. Got all our colors here. Let's see what's next. Let's see. Play this, and I think we'll just ramp with Glimpse the Core. Okay. So we got the Engineers. We could hardcast the Cactuar and then give it Trample the next turn. That is an option. Okay. Found another Engineers. We'll play that as a blocker, which could be okay. Let's see, because this gets us a 6 mana. Unless we like top deck. This is also a blocker, potentially. They're like a monstrous rage, though. That's okay. Let's play this. If they also make like a 1/1 token we want to kill with this, that could be a reason to hold off. Okay. Steel Cutter. Okay, bounce. There. And make some drakes. Ooh, well there we go. That's a pretty good draw. So let's play the Zealot and play the Engineer and put a counter on something. Either the Zealot or the Engineer. Probably the Engineer just so it can block. Okay, let's see. Another Drake Hatcher. See what they got. Sleight of hand, yep. Triggers everything, yep. Okay. Only swinging in the air. And they only have 1 red mana available. Okay. Well, that's good. So yeah, this should be a win. There's only one red man available. They can't do anything against this Cactuar. And this ability is going to go on the stack. And, gotcha. Take that, is it? Take 10,000. Very nice. GG. On to the next one. Okay, on the play. It's awkward, I guess, but I'll try it. Got the Llanowar Elves in the opener, so we just need a Cactuar and a Smuggler's Surprise. And then we're good. Okay. There's another forest. And another Llanowar Elves. And the swing. Okay. Let's draw a Cactuar. Opulent Palace. Okay. Bushwhack. Yep. Search for land. Okay. Another Llanowar Elves. Okay. Super awkward. But I guess we'll play it. And yeah, this is all we do apparently. Okay, they got this town. Okay, so I think it's the sort of the graveyard up the beanstalk kind of list here. Except a Llanowar Elf, yep. The forest. Okay, well, I guess we're swinging. They're probably not going to be able to block this. And they're passing, and oh gosh. We don't have the colors, so that's awkward. And let's pass. This town, Seat of Hope. When it's going off. Sort of. Okay. Bushwhack. Yeah, it's fine. Nowhere to run. Yep, it's fine. And Stormchaser Talent. Yep. Okay. I think we just have to do this for mana. Basically have to. We have a land. There we go. Let's just do the 2 lands, I think. This way we can actually play one of these. And 1 damage. Take out one of those. Let's see what they got. Gonna return something. This town, sure. There's a Declaring Terror. Okay. Well, let's go Micromancer here for the Smuggler Surprise. And then pass, I think. Yep, up the beanstalk. We have how many lands? We have 7. So this is 8. So it's a total of 7, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, to do both of those. So could be something to think about. Do we just double block and make them use this town? Might be our best shot at winning. I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yep. Sure. Nowhere to run. I'm gonna take out something. Sure. Okay, so they're tapped out now. We need a Cactuar in the top. Roll the dice. Do this and this. Do. Yes! Cactuar! And sure. Micromancer. And put these into play. Wow. Didn't think I was going to win this one, but it happened. Sweet, sweet. On to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. This hand looks okay. Let's see. Authority of the Consuls. Sure. Don't care. Actually, no, we do care about that because we're trying to give haste to the Cactuar. So that kind of ruins our plan here. We can just hardcast that Cactuar and then give it trample afterwards. Or put it into play like end of turn with smugglers. So maybe just go mana here. And I guess swing. So what's our plan here? Yeah, maybe just go 6 mana to put it in end of turn. And then try to give it trample with this. It's an option. Okay, Llanowar Elves. Okay, there's a land. We got 4 mana. 5 mana. I could snipe it down with this. What else do they have? Esper Origins. Leyline. Binding. Do I want to kill this elf? Maybe. Might be worth it. Okay, I will bolt. Bolt the bird, as they say. And then I can get the, I can get multiple Cactuars here. Esper Origins, sure. Okay, there's another one. Could try to hit lands with this also. I don't hate that idea. Although, I do like the idea of being able to like put this in end of turn. Kind of saves me a land as it is, so maybe you just hold on to it. Let's go Fierce Empath here. And find the Surrak, I think. And pass. Let's see what they got. Una, okay. What can Una get back? The Overlord? Another authority, leyline binding. Okay. Swing for 4. Take it. See what they get. Don't care about their life total too much. Yeah, they might hit our mana here, which would be kind of unfortunate. Not really sure what they're gonna do. Okay, they're getting back the Overlord. Sure. Gain some life. Yep. And pass to me. Ooh, okay, another Micromancer. Or a Micromancer. Well, that's pretty bad. I feel like I need to hit land drops here, so I'm just gonna do this. Find some lands, I think. And there's some lands. 1 and 2. And then hold that. I think we'll go here and find another Cactuar. These have trample, unfortunately. There's an Overlord. So really no point in blocking, I guess. Well, 1, 2, 3. This is 8. I think I have to though, don't I? 8 plus 8 is 16. Yeah, that should do it. Alright. GG. On to the next one. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for our Jumbo Cactuar Smuggler Surprise, Surrak Goreclaw, Arbalest Engineers combo here, using Micromancer and the Fierce Empath to have a bit more consistency with this combo. This was super fun and pretty powerful, to be honest. I ended up winning most of the games I played with it, to my surprise. I didn't think it would be that good, but it actually was pretty consistent, just because there's so many consistencies in the deck. Having 8 Smuggler Surprises, essentially, having 7 Jumbo Cactuars with the Empath, and then essentially like having like 4 of these and 4 Surrak and Goreclaws gives you 8 other things to be able to find the +1/+1, the haste and trample that the Cactuar needs. So it kind of is an 8/8/8 combo. It's a 3-card combo, but you have 8 of these, kind of 8, almost 8 Cactuars, 7 Cactuars, and then 8 of these effects with those cards. So you can find the pieces fairly easily. That's what I'm trying to say. And then there's also some pretty good mana acceleration here. One thing I was thinking about is like you could maybe have more of a tutor package, like with the Empath, if you wanted to put like I don't know, some 6-drop that has some alternate cost in it for like a removal spell. You could do that. Also, Micromancer, you could play like some shock effects, some red damage effects, or a bounce spell, or something like that. You could also do that for more of a search package here, but I didn't really necessarily find that to be the case. Like, you typically just wanted to find the Smuggler Surprise, and you wanted to find one of these two with the Empath. So it seemed to work out fine, but certainly you could tweak it in that regard, and maybe tweak mana base seemed to be okay. So yeah, let me know in the comments below any ideas for the deck and any thoughts you have. Really appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.